while, but eventually your true colors come out. Calculations, the long game.
What are you talking about?
I can't believe I actually thought you were ever gonna support my marriage.
I did. But what all of this has done to him, I mean, have you seen him lately?
Apparently not as much as you. You need to find someone else to focus on, Hope. Back off.
Dad.
Finally made it out of the hospital. Never stayed in bed so long in my life. Alone, no less.
Yeah, well, good. That's great. I'm glad they released you, and thanks for letting me know.
Really? Give me the bum's rush after the effort I made to come see you?
You really think it's wise to be here right now?
I don't care if it is or not. I need some time with my son.
And I really appreciate you guys stepping up. I mean, I know how confusing it's been lately, wondering who's in charge and all, and Justin was kind enough to fill in. But until my father returns, you'll be reporting directly to me.
Of course, Mr. Spencer.
Oh, come on. It's Wyatt. So is that it? Anything else? Any questions? Let me get out of here. Deadlines aren't flexible.
You look good sitting behind that desk.
Oh.
Happy, in control.
Well, it's a good fit. This office, this chair, it feels good.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't get too attached. Bill won't be gone forever. And we know what he said right before he got shot. I mean, I've never seen him so livid when we told him about our engagement.
Yeah, livid's an understatement.
He's still suing me for custody, and he still has those papers cutting you out of the company and his life.
So you're saying don't get used to this chair?
I'm saying that it's Bill. And we have no idea what he might do next.
Well, by Spencer standards, this place is a dump.
Why did you come here? I tried to kill you. You shouldn't even be able to look at me.
Well, it wasn't all bad. You know, almost dying, you realize how precarious all this is. It gave me some much needed perspective on my life. And yours.
You know what concerns me, Steffi? Is that even now, after everything you and Bill put Liam through, you still can't get out of yourself enough to see things from his perspective. I mean, Liam has had one blow after another, and it's taking a toll.
I'm well aware how deeply I hurt Liam, but the fallout is for us to sort through, not you. So if you're not going to support my marriage, stay out of it.
Yeah, I won't look the other way while Liam's in crisis.
You act like Liam needs protecting. He doesn't need a protector, and certainly not you.
I don't know. I mean, do you think there's even a possibility that Dad's changed?
Into what?
A nicer person? Some people that have near-death experiences, like they come out somehow transformed. Maybe he's mellowed. Maybe he's become more accepting of our engagement.
I wouldn't pin your hopes on that. Wyatt, we cannot be caught off guard. We have no idea what he's going to come at us with, and it's too important. My custody of Will and your position here at Spencer.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were busy. I can come back.
Oh, no. Don't worry about that. I need to get back to Forster. Okay, see you.
All right.
Hey, Garret.
Hi. Lovely woman.
Yeah. You okay? You don't look Good.
It's been difficult. After all my years of service, to be summarily dismissed in such a cruel fashion.
You know, my father isn't always the nicest person. But is there anything specific I can do for you?
If you could speak to Bill, remind him of my loyalty, it might help me get my job back.
Garret, I think it could do more harm than good. You see, my father hasn't exactly been receptive of me lately.
Almost dying gives you real appreciation for life. You realize how fleeting it is. How you've got to make the most of it while you've got the chance.
That sounds enlightening.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You have to really live in the moments with the people that you love. Now, it would be virtually impossible for you to do that from a prison cell. You, Hope, and I, we share a huge secret. Life-altering, really, but not in a good way. Nobody can ever know what really happened that night. That you shot your own father in the back.
Where are you going with this, Dad?
Almost dying was a wake-up call. Certainly for me, but I imagine for you as well.
Yeah. It's been hard. Struggling with the fact that I could do something like that, despite everything you've done.
Confusing, huh? But the good news is that you've had someone who could help you through it, be supportive, someone who's always been loving.
Steffi is supportive, but she doesn't
I'm talking
know.
about Hope.
Okay, either you can't or won't understand that Liam is in real trouble. He's not just upset, he is fundamentally shaken, and one more blow and I think he'll shatter.
And you think what? I'm just eagerly anticipating the next chance I get to hurt Liam?
I don't think you consider him consistently enough.
Wow, things have changed. When you came to LA, I thought we'd be friends, but now it feels like you're gonna stab me in the back.
It is not just about you. This is about Liam, his well-being.
If you're concerned about Liam, you will convince him to come home and let his wife take care of him.
But will you? I mean, let's not pretend that you haven't given me reason to doubt your commitment.
Even so, we've created something precious. Something worth fighting for. Our baby will be here soon.
Steffi, I think you've played that card enough.
She is not a card. She is my child, mine and Liam's. That used to matter to you. Something's changed since you first got here, Hope.
Yeah, well, I know more now than I did then.
You've gotten in Liam's head.
I just told him he deserves the very best.
And that's not me.
Look, Garret, I know you put in a lot of good years here, but I wish things ended differently.
Nothing has to end. You're in charge now.
Yeah, but that's temporarily.
You can help me.
Garret, I really think you're overestimating my influence on my father.
All right. Well, who needs him anyway? Heartless bastard. The company's a better place with you at the helm. Can't you stay there and keep running Spencer, hire me back? This is my home. I don't want to go.
Still engaged?
Hi. Yeah, last I checked, I still have a ring on my finger.
Oh, I was hoping maybe you got to keep it in the breakup agreement.
Sorry to disappoint, but Wyatt and I are still very much together, and we are getting married. I was just with him. He's running Spencer Publications until Bill is back on his feet.
Well, you should probably enjoy that while he can. Last I checked, Bill wasn't happy with either one of you. Unless he's come to terms with your engagement.
As far as I know, he's still opposed.
Well, you're probably not going to want to hear this, but I don't blame him.
Hope? Where is that coming from?
You brought her to the hospital with you, Liam. She was in my room pleading your case. She may be the only person in the world that you could trust with such an explosive secret. Attempted murder is no joke, is it?
I know that. Why are we talking about this?
Well, seeing the two of you together reminded me how in love you were.
You know what it reminds me of? All the times you interfered.
I did do that. You're right. Aspen, your wedding in Italy, I interfered. And I apologize for that. You know, if I hadn't, things might be very different for you and Hope today.
What, you think you're better than me? Of course you do. You always have. Occupying all that high moral ground.
Well, I do know one thing. I never sleep with my husband's father.
And there it is, right on time.
And what, you think it will get less horrible as time goes on, the level of betrayal?
Is that what you do when you're with Liam? You just remind him of what I did, over and over again?
I don't need to. It haunts him all the time.
So if I'm the villain in this scenario, who does that make you?
Same person I've always been.
I need to know the truth, Hope. You're such a fan of it. Are you still in love with Liam? You are, aren't you? Wait a second. So you're on Bill's side?
No, not at all.
Okay, good. That's a relief.
Suing you for custody of Will, threatening to disown Wyatt, all because his ego's bruised. It's just bully tactics.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's what Bill does best.
Well, you have horrible taste in men.
What? Excuse me?
You married Bill, now you're with Wyatt.
Wyatt is nothing like Bill.
You would know.
Oh my God, I'm gonna stab you.
All
with
right,
this
all right,
pen.
listen, I'm just saying, you can have your fun if you want, but you don't need to marry the guy.
What if I want to marry him?
Katie, have you thought about the consequences? Is marrying Wyatt really worth the risk of losing your son?
You're starting to worry me, Jared. I mean, you're way too invested in this particular job. You could work anywhere. Think of this as an opportunity, a fresh start somewhere else, you know?
I want to work here. I've earned my place. All those years, doing Bill's bidding, no matter what the cost, and I've paid. Believe me. Firstly, he compromises my journalistic integrity. Then he boots me out like I'm nothing. Please, you have to put a stop to this injustice.
Just say it, Hope. You're still in love with my husband.
Yes! I'm in love with Liam.
Finally, the truth.
We were supposed to have a life together. Marriage, children. That was supposed to happen until you. Your lies and manipulation, your collusion with Bill. And guess what? It worked. Liam chose you. You won, Steffi. So I moved on with Wyatt, and that ended in heartache. So I left town, and I kept trying to forget. I would go on some dates. I had a few relationships.
But no man compared to my husband.
That's right. Certainly not his father.
I made a mistake. And I would do anything to take that back. How many times do I have to say this? I screwed up. And if you just stayed out of it, maybe Liam and I could work through this. For the sake of my marriage and my family. That used to matter to you, Hope. What's changed?
Well, you, certainly weren't thinking about your marriage the night you and Bill set off this horrific chain of events. No, you were just thinking about what you needed in that moment. You and Bill really are so much alike. Who knows, maybe you will be together in the end.
Well, I'm glad you're out of the hospital, Dad, but I think it's time to go home and get
Trying to
some
push
rest.
me out because you know I'm right. You and Hope have been spending a lot of time together since you've been away from Steffi. It's only natural that those old feelings would come bubbling to the surface. Feelings of love, connection, maybe a sense of destiny. Maybe you two have been feeling that.
Unbelievable.
What?
You're playing matchmaker. You're doing it again. You're trying to compliment Hope and make her look appealing to me. You even stooped to destiny. You know, for a second, a split second, I thought maybe you came here to check up on me because you were actually concerned about how I was doing. Well, since you didn't ask, I'm pretty messed up in the head, Dad. Thanks. But no, that's not why you came. You came because you wanted to throw Hope at me.
Why do I have to throw something at you that you've already caught? Look, Liam, you and Steffi, you had a good run. For being a round peg in a square hole, you made a hell of a go of it. Let's face it, you're never going to look at Steffi the same way. Not after what happened between your wife and your father. You know, I just want us all to be happy. We deserve to be happy, don't we? You know, Hope coming back right now at the time you need her most. I think it's a sign.
Stop. This is not about Hope. This is about Steffi.
I'm not going to insult you by lying to you. When Steffi and I first met, we were captivated by each other.
You gonna say that to my face?
I appreciate honesty, Liam, so I'm just being honest. Part of me recognizes that what happened between us was wrong. I acknowledge that. But it was right, too.
Oh, my God.
Liam, I didn't force myself on Steffi. It was mutual. She told you that herself. You know it to be a fact. It was really just the inevitable culmination of what we felt for each other all those years ago. Sort of like a sparkle candle that you just can't blow out. It's the same for you and Hope. You two, you've come full circle. Hope's back. You obviously love and trust her. She's the only person who knows what really happened that night. What you did to me.
You're gonna stand here and try to make a deal with me? My freedom for my wife?